Hi everyone, this is Eliza. Welcome back to Eliza's Bookshelf. Today I'm finally going over my May TBR. I'm a couple days late, but it's just been crazy hectic. I've been trying to recover from the madness that was April. It was just like spring break for the kids, birthday trip for my girl. Oh my gosh, it was just so busy and I'm trying to get back to a good routine. So yes, let's go over my May TBR. I'm so excited to film these videos finally because there's just like a bunch of books over here on my cabinet and it's just piling up. And I'm so excited to put them away where they belong. Okay, so let's see. Since May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, I very last minute, like this was the last day of April, almost midnight, I very last minute wanted to do this reading challenge because there's actually a lot of books that I want to read from Asian authors this month, and I turned it into a challenge for anyone who wants to join. I call it very not a very unique name, but I called it the AAPI Heritage Month Genre Jumper Challenge. It's mostly on my Instagram, but I wanted to show you guys in case you wanted to see too. I'll put the graphic here somewhere. I'll move my head. Anyways, so there's like 5 different buckets that you can read a book for, and if you read a book in that genre, you can just, you know, check off that circle. So the first one is science fiction or fantasy. Second one is romance, and then you have mystery / thriller. Then we have like other fiction, you know, literary fiction, general fiction, whichever, something that doesn't fit in these categories. And then you have nonfiction. I have a lot of books that I want to read, but they were primarily in the science fiction / fantasy bucket or the other fiction bucket. So I'll let you guys know what I decide to read, and then I'm gonna go over other books that I plan to read in May outside of this challenge. So for the science fiction or fantasy book, it is Jade City by Fonda Lee, and this one has been on my shelf for years. I have the second one up here somewhere. I don't think I have the third one yet, but I'm gonna get it soon because Daphne from Being Daphne is actually doing like this, you know, several months read-along thing. So it's gonna start May and then June and July for the whole trilogy. So I'm so excited. She said she was going to, or she talked about it in her May TBR video, and I was like, I'm gonna join. I would totally read it with you. So yeah, I bought it so long ago that I recently just read the back, the synopsis, and I was like, damn, this sounds interesting. I totally forgot. So it's called the Green Bones Saga. You have the island of Kakan, and they are trying to defend themselves against foreign invasion, and they use their magical jade stuff to enhance their abilities and fight them off. And then I think right now it's time where, like, you know, they're safe. So now that the war and invasion and stuff is over, you have people trying to fight to be, you know, the leaders of this area, I think. And then you have 4 siblings of the powerful Call family preparing for battle once again, I guess. So it sounds crazy. Meredith said that a lot of people cried over this book, and I didn't know, but I'm really excited to finally read it. It's a little bit chunky book. It's almost 500 pages. Not too bad, I think, but I am so excited to finally read this. Okay. And the next one is romance book. I recently read a romance book by an Asian author, X's and O's by Amy Leah, and I love that one. So this is, honestly, I don't have a lot of romances by Asian authors, so I need to remedy that. But I have The Dating Dare by JC Lee. I think this would be the first book that I've read from her, but she has a couple that's out already. This one sounds super cute. So you have this girl, and then this guy is like her brother's new brother-in-law. Wait, oh no. I was like, how does that even work? So this guy is her best friend's new brother-in-law, and so they like get drunk one day, they're drinking beers, and he comes up with some sort of dare, a dating dare, to go on a date with him for like 4 dates, because they're both like, you know, they don't want anything serious, no strings attached, you know, casual dating, stuff like that. And so he convinced her on this dating there, but obviously they like start falling for each other. So that sounds like my type of romance. Sounds so cute. I'm excited to read this one. Let's see, next one is mystery thriller. And this one actually came recommended from my best friend. She said she read this and she liked it. I don't know if she like gave it raving reviews, but she enjoyed it. It's called Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee. And it's marketed as a like Ocean's 11 meets The Farewell. I don't know what oh my god, The Farewell. Okay, I didn't watch The Farewell because I thought it would be so sad, but I did you know, enjoy all the Ocean's 11s. We have this guy, he is Will Chen, and he is a senior at Harvard. He is an art history major, sometimes artist. Someone reaches out to him with a crazy job offer, like he'll get millions and millions of dollars, I think, but they want him to steal back 5 priceless Chinese sculptures that were stolen from Beijing a long time ago. And so he forms this team. I think it has like a con artist, a public policy major, a thief, a getaway driver, who else? I don't know, a hacker. There's like, he forms this big team to steal back these artifacts that, or sculptures that were stolen from China a long time ago. So yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to read this one. I'll probably like it. I'm like pretty easily entertained, so I like a lot of books. All right, so let's see. The other one is this book, the other fiction book. I think this is like historical fiction. It's Bronze Drum. I was supposed to read this with my sister, but she already started. Who knows? We might finish at the same time because I saw her book and she's like still in the beginning somewhere. But it's a historical fiction book. It's about like this region of ancient Vietnam a long time ago. You have these 2 sisters and their family, and they're really different, but they have to like come together to help their people and stuff like that because they are under the oppressive rule of the Han Chinese, and then their father actually gets killed and they have to band together. They're like, I'm not gonna wait for men to save me. I am going to, you know, do whatever I can. And so they actually unite the women of Vietnam into a powerful army. And so this sounds really crazy. Like, I remember when I heard about it, I was like, Mom, what's this story? Because it's based on a true story and I've never heard about this before. So I'm so excited to read this one. Let's see, the last one I don't have. So I tried to like pick a lot of my own physical books that I have to apply to these prompts, but this one book I actually did want to read for the longest time when my friend told me about it. So for nonfiction, I do want to read Minor Feelings by Kathy Park Hong. It looks like a little bit of a tough read, and I know I'll probably become emotional about it because she's talking about like these minor feelings that occur when American optimism contradicts your own reality. And it's a lot about her racial identity and racial consciousness in America today. So I'm excited to read more about it because it is a serious topic and deserves to be talked about more. Those are my 5 books that I want to read for this genre jumper challenge that I'm hosting on Instagram. I would be so happy to talk to you guys about any books you are reading. And then the other books that I want to read, there's a lot I want to read this month, honestly, but Lexi from Books with Lexi is doing this readathon, or yeah, it's a readathon throughout the whole May. I'm assuming it's all of May, but anyway, she's doing this readathon called Escape the Readathon. I've never participated in anything like this before or heard about anything like this before, so it sounds super fun. And basically it's like a team, like a big ass team of mood readers for the full month. And so right now I think we're still trying to unlock a challenge. Who knows, because it's like the 4th of the month and I've yet to log one, so sorry partiers. But basically you mood read, so you read whatever book you want, and when you're done with a book you submit your book. And there's like 4 teams. There's like the partiers, the vacationers, the film crew. There's a lot of groups, right? I'm in the partiers because I know Michelle from Michelle's Melancholia. She's on there and I loved her YouTube for a while, so I joined that one. She's on that team. Anyway, so depending on whatever team you are on, like you are trying to submit a lot of books that you read, and there's like some sort of cutoff. Once you unlock that cutoff, you get prompts to read. And so then you read books based on those prompts, and then depending on which prompts you unlock, you just, I don't know, go down some sort of pathway and then you're trying to escape. So I'm excited. Even though I haven't finished anything yet, I am in the middle of 3 books, so hopefully I can like boom 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 submit some books all at once. So yes, but I just picked out some books that I want to mood read this month for that readathon. Oh, the first one is The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. And so this book just came out the last couple of days. I know a lot of people have been getting their copy at the end of April because Barnes & Noble's had it out early, and some other retailers, I don't know, but look at these edges, they're just so cute. Oh my god, so cute. And then I don't know actually if the front has anything, but there's like such beautiful maps in here. I'm excited to get more into this world, but basically it's like a school of dragon riders There's different places in the school too. They study different things. You don't have to be a dragon rider, but this main character herself, she's in the dragon rider school, which she didn't want to. But look at that. That's the school. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. Anyway, so the main character, her name is Violet, and her mom is like the crazy leader sergeant person, right? And she forced her to become a dragon rider. She wanted to be a scribe and, you know, like write down history and stuff and help that way, but nope, she's in this dragon rider school. And the dragon rider school is a span of 3 years, and a lot of people die. I don't know what the percentage is, but if I'd have to guess, like 50%, a lot of people die. They don't make it out of the school, so you either graduate or you die trying. Right now I am a few chapters in and it's so interesting so far. So that is one of the books that I'm going to read this month. What else? Where are my books? Oh my gosh, I didn't bring it downstairs. All right, well, let's go by memory then. The other one is Tomorrow, Tomorrow, Tomorrow. I'm also in the middle of this one and I'll probably finish sometime soon, but oh my gosh, it's about these two people who met when they were young. They're in their teens or something like that, 16-year-old. You have Sam, you have Sadie. They meet in the hospital because Sam had like this, you know, crazy car accident and he crushed his ankle, so he's there. But they meet there and they bond over their love of games, and it's just like the story of them as they grow older in the 20s, 30s. I'm not so far in yet. I'm only halfway through, so I don't know where it ends up in their life, but they like build video games together and it's about their journey and all these things that they learn and all these, I don't know, there's so many discussions that you can have about this book. I'm just having such a great time so far. I'm about like 50-60% through, so I'll finish that. The other one I want to read is Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. That one I picked up randomly on my shelves because I was like, oh, what do I want to read next, right? It's about this girl. I don't know her name, I forget, but she is like kind of mess, right? She comes from a family that's really like well-off witches. They're I don't know, like they're just really powerful witches, but apparently she's prophesized to be very powerful too, but she can't really get a handle on her magic and all she wants to do is tend to her plants and bake. And so one day she's like trying to cook some muffins or bake something, cookies, I don't know what it is, but her mom's like, oh, why don't you practice with your magic and summon some fancy flower from England or UK or whatever, right? And so she tries, but instead of getting flowers, she summons a demon. And the demon, he's like, oh, you can't get rid of me because I'm actually here to get your soul. So she has to strike up some sort of bargain with him and give him her soul. And obviously, you know, there's problems there because she doesn't want to do that. Anyway, so I'm still in the very beginning, maybe chapter 5 or something like that. It's a little bit slow to get into so far, but I'm pretty sure once I get a little bit deeper in, I'll like read it pretty quickly. So that's one. So those are 3 books. And then I do want to read a couple of other romances that is coming in the mail soon. I have Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. And then I have, what else is coming in? Oh, yes! I already got it. Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. Okay, so Meet Me at the Lake. It's going to be my second book that I read from her. First one was Every Summer After, and everyone always compares that to Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren, and yes, I can see why, because, well, I don't want to get into that. I want to read Meet Me at the Lake. It sounds pretty interesting. These two people meet, and then they're like, oh, let's meet at the same place next year, and then next year comes around, she goes there, but she doesn't see him, and so she's like, all right, this guy stood me up, I've been ghosted. And then they meet again like years later. I don't know if a relationship can easily form because of that, but we'll see. And then Practice Makes Perfect is also by one of my favorite authors, Sarah Adams. I've only read like 2 books from her, but I'm just gonna say it, she's one of my favorite authors because When in Rome was such a good book. And this one is actually in the same world as When in Rome. You know, like a lot of books nowadays, it's like the same neighborhood characters, but it's following a different couple. And so I've heard good things about this so far. I'm excited. You have Annie Walker on a quest to find her perfect match. Yeah, it takes place in Rome, Kentucky. So she runs a flower shop. She's the person there. Oh yeah, Will Griffin. Will is the sexy, tattooed, and absolutely gorgeous bodyguard. So he's the bodyguard of like the famous singer from the first book. And so, yeah, it has to do with that. I don't know what tropes these are. He has one personal objective while on the job: stay away from Annie Walker and any other possible attachments to this small town. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. So I guess Annie Walker is trying to become like a leading lady of this small town so that she can find the love of her life. And so she somehow roped Will into helping her, but he's like, I don't want to change you, you're perfect. Practice makes perfect. I'm so excited. So those are the two romance books that I want to read. And then the other books I want to read in May is actually all of my book of the month books, because honestly, like, yes, I get a book of the month book every month or so, but this month is like, I really want to read these books right away. We have Christina Lauren's The True Love Experiment. This one I think is like kind of a spin-off of their other one, The Soulmate Equation. So people have asked like, oh, do I need to read that before I read this one? But honestly, like, I forgot everything about The Soulmate Equation, and I'm just gonna jump into this one. I don't know what it's about. The next one is The Last Word by Taylor Adams. This one is like a mystery thriller. You have an author, you have a reader. The reader reads the author's book and doesn't like it, leaves a 1-star review, and then the author like goes after her. So I'm excited to read that one. And the third book that I got on my book of the month this month is Paper Names. This one is a literary fiction book, and I'm excited to read that one because because of my genre jumper. I'm gonna put it in there somewhere. It's about like this Chinese American family and a wealthy white lawyer. You have the Chinese born engineer now turned, what is he doing now? He is a Manhattan doorman. Immigrated to the United States to give his family a better life. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. And then so it follows that story and then the daughter story, and then in comes like this white lawyer who I think something happens, something crazy happens, and then it binds these people together for a long time, for life. I don't know. It affects their lives. And I'm reading this with my sister. I'm so excited because I asked my sister this thing. I wanted to see if she would like to join me on my booktube page like in the future. So we are doing this thing where quarterly we are going to read a book together, and then we're gonna have this segment together when we talk about or discuss the books, on my page, and it's gonna be called Books and Boba. We're gonna be buying milk tea and we're just gonna be sipping while we discuss the books. So we are going to be reading Paper Names, and that's gonna be our first one. I don't know when we are going to discuss it, but maybe in, I don't know, June. So then we'll have it like quarterly after that. Anyways, I'm so excited for that. What else do I want to mood read? I don't know, I just want to read so many books. So we have my 5 books that I want to read for the challenge that I'm doing. That is Jade City, The Dating Dare, Portrait of a Thief, Bronze Drum, and Minor Feelings. And then we have the other books that I want to read, just like mood read for the Escape the Readathon challenge. So we have Fourth Wing, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. We have Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. We have Meet Me at the Lake. What else? Practice Makes Perfect. And then we have True Love Experiment, Paper Names, and then The Last Word. Ooh, it's a lot of books. Can I do it? I think so. It's like 13 books. Whatever. Hopefully I can read them all. Last month I did a like friends themed TBR game. I'm not sure if I will do that moving forward. I did that with like this goal in mind, like if you get more and more points, then you get that amount of money to spend on books. But honestly, for the past like 2 months, I've just been buying books like crazy. So I don't know if that challenge is like doing it for me. Who knows? I might like bring it back later in the year, but I'm gonna do something with my bookshelves to only place my unread books down here and bring all of my read books upstairs. I might be shifting around a little bit, so you might see some changes back here, and I'll talk to you guys more about that. So that's some changes I'm gonna do soon. But anyways, I digress. So that is my May TBR. I hope you guys join me on Instagram for that genre jumper challenge for AAPI Heritage Month. And if you guys are doing the Escape the Readathon as well, let me know down below, as well as which group you're in, because I'm so excited. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me again today. I will see you next time. Bye.